Hi everyone! There's a new hero released on the Chinese server, and his name is Sun Quan. Sun Quan is the wise and mature strategist of the Sun family, known for his calm and cautious nature. As Jiang Jun's youngest naval commander, he is skilled in both scholarship and the art of war, able to switch between his bow and his symbolic flag in battle. Often called the only brain of the Sun family, he is the responsible one who cleans up the messes made by his reckless elder brother, Sun Ce, and younger sister, Lady Sun, a dynamic that has created a deep bond between them. He's a very unique marksman with a dual-state gameplay style, able to switch between ranged harassment and melee execution. In today's video, I'll break down all of his skills and gameplay. So, without further ado, let's get started. First up is his passive. This is the core of his entire kit. When Sun Quan's basic attacks or skills deal damage, they apply a mark on the enemy hero, stacking up to 5 times. Each stack reduces the target's damage dealt to him, making you surprisingly tanky in a duel. Now here's the most important part. Once an enemy has 5 marks, your ultimate skill is unlocked for that specific target. His passive also has a second component tied to his form switching. When you enter his melee form, his basic attacks become area of effect swings that have a lifesteal effect. And one last thing to keep in mind. Building attack speed on him is crucial, as it also increases the casting speed of his other skills. Moving on to his first skill. This ability changes completely depending on which form you're in. In his normal ranged form, this is your main poke and wave clear tool. Sun Quan throws his military flag to a designated area, creating a continuous rain of arrows that deals physical damage and slows any enemies caught inside. This is great for harassing opponents from a safe distance, and it can even give you vision inside bushes. When you switch to his melee form, the military flag becomes a short sword. Using this skill in melee form causes sword fragments to fly around the flag, dealing higher frequency physical damage in the area. This is your all-in mode, designed to stack your passive marks as quickly as possible on a single target. Next, we have his second skill, which is all about mobility and kiting. In ranged form, pressing and holding this skill puts you into a rapid-fire mode. You'll gain an explosive burst of movement speed, allowing you to move freely while automatically locking onto and firing at 2 enemies within your attack range. These shots are considered normal attacks, so they can trigger critical hits and other effects. This is your primary tool for kiting enemies and repositioning in fights. Keep an eye on your energy bar though, as this skill consumes energy while active. In melee form, this skill becomes a dash. You'll rush to your target and unleash a short knife combo with a much higher attack frequency. This is your gap closer, allowing you to stick to enemies and stack up those final marks needed to unlock your ultimate. Finally, let's look at Sun Quan's game-changing ultimate. This is your execution tool, but you can only use it on an enemy who has 5 stacks of your passive mark. After you activate the ultimate, you immediately enter an enhanced melee state. Your first skill's damage is increased, and your second skill gains additional lifesteal, making you much stronger up close. You then rush to the target and perform multiple displacement slashes, up to 8 times, and each of these slashes can critically strike. After the final slash, you'll automatically retreat a short distance, giving you a chance to escape. And here's where things get crazy. If you have multiple enemies fully marked at the same time, you can release the ultimate continuously, jumping from one target to the next to completely harvest the enemy team. So, putting it all together, Sun Quan is a highly flexible and technical marksman who rewards smart positioning and timing. His gameplay revolves around a clear cycle: poke, engage, execute. In the laning phase and early team fights, your goal is to stay in your ranged form. Use your first skill for long-range consumption and to control space. Use your second skill's mobile shooting to stay at a safe distance from enemies, kiting them while you stack up as many passive marks as possible. Once you see an opportunity, maybe an enemy has used their key control abilities, or one of your teammates has landed a big CC, that's when you make your move. You can use your second skill's melee dash to close the gap, quickly stack the final marks, and then unleash your ultimate to enter the fight and deal massive, continuous damage to finish off your target. The key is knowing when to commit. Going into melee is a high-risk, high-reward decision. You're powerful up close, but you're also vulnerable. His biggest weakness is his reliance on those 5 passive stacks. Without them, his ultimate is useless. This means enemies with high mobility can be tricky to lock down, and hard CC can interrupt you before you can get your full combo off. you need to pick your moment carefully. Overall, Sun Quan is an incredibly dynamic hero. He can play like a safe, kiting marksman or a high-octane melee assassin depending on the situation. For players who love a high-skill ceiling hero with a flexible playstyle, Sun Quan is an excellent and powerful choice. If you're looking for a safe and authorized place to purchase tokens for ongoing events, then I highly recommend checking out Elite Dias. They offer up to 30% savings on every token purchase, which is a great deal. Plus, it's fast, secure, and super reliable. For a hassle-free way to get your tokens, make sure to visit their website. The link is in the description and pinned comment below. So what are your first impressions of Sun Quan? Does he look like a powerful and fun new addition to the hero roster? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you want to see more hero guides and content like this, feel free to subscribe. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.